Very good morning, dear friends. Myself, Dr. Vikrant Sudhakar Palekar. I am working as an assistant professor in Gokhale Education Society, the Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawahar Palekar. Welcome in the lecture series on the topic chemical equilibrium and thermodynamic parameters. This is the second session we are doing on this particular topic. In the earlier part, we are seeing the basic introductory part regarding the chemical equilibrium. So basically, we have seen how the reactions are being classified. As we have seen that why every particular reaction takes place, because the reactant molecule want to gain the more and more stability. So in order to that, reactions takes place. Then there are two reactions. One is irreversible reaction and another is reversible reaction. So we have seen that in every reaction there is a equilibrium being takes place. So this is a state where you can see the equilibrium is exists between the reactants and product molecules. In most of the cases we have seen in case of the irreversible reactions where there is a we can say state occurs. So let us see for the reactions where there is a irreversible reaction. There is a, in case of the forward reaction, what will happen? The rate initially decreases and drastically up to a one particular point, and then it becomes constant. And when there is a backward reaction takes place, as the time progresses, the rate of the reaction increases and it reaches up to the maximum, then it becomes stable. So there occurs a point where you can see the rate of forward reaction is equal to the backward reaction. So we can say this is a state where there exists a chemical equilibrium. So what is a chemical equilibrium? Where you can see the concentration of reactants and products remain unchanged. So that particular state is called as a chemical equilibrium. So chemical equilibrium does not mean that the reaction is stopped, but there exists a dynamic balance between two conditions and which are continuous and opposites. Hence this particular point is being called as a dynamic equilibrium. So we have to remember at equilibrium the two rates, that is forward rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. So remember this is a equilibrium. We can exist rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. Then in order to find out the equilibrium constant, let us see first a reversible reaction. As we know that, consider a reversible reaction where small a is the moles, number of moles taken for the reactant capital A, plus B is the moles of reactant capital B, which form the C moles of product C and D moles of byproduct D. So this is a template. So how can, by law of mass action, how can we write rate of forward? This is a forward reaction. So which where we can see the left side reactant get converted into right side products. Then in that case we can say rate of forward reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactants A and B raised to the stoichiometric coefficient small a and small b. In the same manner, rate of forward reaction is equal to the, if you want to remove the proportionality sign, then constant kf, small kf equal to product of A and B. In the same manner, backward reaction also we can write. In this case, we can use the term RB, which is directly proportional to C and D. So in order to remove the proportionality sign, we can write RB is equal to KB, that is, this is a constant which is nothing but product of concentration of C and D. So at equilibrium what will happen? Rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. So this particular equation and this particular equation we can write as equal. So RF equal to what? RF equal to KF into A into B, that is concentration of reactants, and backward is equal to concentration of products. So this we can write at equilibrium. So if we correlate this particular equation, then Kf upon Kb is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant equal to K. So this particular capital K will be called as a, that is K is nothing but what? Kf divided by Kb. So Kf divided by Kb is known as equilibrium constant. So how will you define the term equilibrium constant? मतलब इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट मतलब क्या बोल सकते हैं हम लोग? इट इज़ अ रेशियो ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट. सी एंड डी क्या है? प्रोडक्ट है. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ अ रेशियो ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट डिवाइड बाय concentration of reactant. So remember what is equilibrium constant, what is K? Concentration of product divided by concentration of reactants. Remember, so this is being called as a equilibrium constant. So this particular equilibrium constant will vary. It will depend upon the in which particular phase you are carrying out this particular reaction. Suppose if we say the reaction is carried out in solution phase, where we can take the liquid. So in that case, what we can write? The concentration of reactant and product is reversible reaction at equilibrium is expressed in terms of mole per dm cube. The symbol for equilibrium constant. When you are carrying out the reaction in the solution phase, then we have to use the term Kc. Okay, capital K, capital C, divided by concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. So in case of the solution phase, we have to use the term Kc. And when we are carrying out the reaction in the gaseous phase, for example, here we consider G, A moles of gases, then B moles of gases, then we can say that in gaseous phase we have to consider the concentration in terms of their partial pressure. So partial pressure is the equilibrium constant which can be expressed by term Kp. So how can we write this particular equation as Kp is equal to partial pressure of C raised to their moles divided by multiplied by partial moles of D raised to stoichiometric constant. So this is also we can write. So what is Kp? It is a partial pressure of product divided by partial pressure of reactor. So remember, when you are carrying out the reaction in the gaseous phase, then we have to consider the term partial pressure. That is, we have to consider the concentration we have to express in terms of the partial pressures, and that is being expressed in terms of Kp. So now we are going to see the relationship between Kp and Kc. How can consider the how these two terms are considered. Okay. Then suppose there is a reversible reaction where A plus B plus some more reactants like dash. That's why dash means bonds. Suppose A plus B some X plus Y gives C plus D plus X plus Y or some. Means there are more than two reactants are being taken. So in that case, what we can write? Kc is equal to concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. Already we have seen. In the same way, we can write Kp, partial pressure of product divided by partial pressure of reactants. That is considered as this particular as a equation number 1. But we know the ideal gas equation. When we are carrying out any particular reaction in the gaseous phase, we have to use ideal gas equation. So PV is equal to nRT. But this particular equation we can rewrite as ये v जो टर्म है ये साइड भेज दो. सो इट विल गो इनटू द डिनोमिनेटर. सो n डिवाइड बाय v इनटू RT. But we know that n divided by v can be expressed as a C. What is meant by C? Number of moles per volume. That is nothing but concentration. Concentration कैसे एक्सप्रेस करते हैं हम लोग कि कितने नंबर ऑफ मोल्स है पर लीटर वॉल्यूम में. सो मोलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज नथिंग बट n divided by v. That's why this particular n divided by v term can be write as CRT. P is equal to CRT. If you put this particular value, P is equal to CRT in the equation number 1. This is partial. So P becomes now CRT, means CRT. C moles of product C raised to the stoichiometric constant. In the same manner, CD into RT raised to the concentration number of moles. So here you can see the numerator term is the molar concentration into R into T with respect to the product, and with denominator term is with respect to reactant. So now this Kp equation, this particular equation is being modified by considering their molar concentration, which can be taken out from the ideal gas equation. सो यहाँ पे हम लोग को दिखता है कि आर टी जो टर्म है यहाँ पे भी, यहाँ पे भी, यहाँ पे भी, यहाँ पे भी, वो कॉमन है. सो हम लोग ये अगर ब्रैकेट से बाहर निकाल लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, सी रेज टू मोलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ स्टोइशियोमेट्रिक कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ सी रेज इनटू सी डी. सो आर टी बिकम्स outside. So this is how this particular equation we can write in this manner. Okay. Then we can see this particular equation is nothing but with respect to the Kc. ये देखो ये जो terms है that is nothing but the is respect to Kc. So this particular term we can write as Kc. So that's why Kp is equal to Kc into RT. यहाँ पे भी RT कॉमन है. सपोज ये डिनोमिनेटर टर्म हम लोग ऊपर भेज देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, प्लस हो जाएगा. सो इट विल बिकम Kp इज इक्वल टू Kc इंटू RT रेज टू नंबर ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ मोल्स C प्लस D. सो ये जो है दैट इज नथिंग बट नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट डिवाइड बाय नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ रिएक्टेंट. सो ये टर्म हम लोग ऐसे लिख सकते हैं डेल्टा n. सो दैट्स वाई Kp इज इक्वल टू Kc इंटू RT रेज टू डेल्टा n. So this is a relationship between Kp and Kc. If you are carrying out any particular reaction that has solution phase part also and gaseous phase part also, so in that case we can use this particular equation in order to find the equilibrium constant. If you know the Kc, you can find out the Kp. If you know the Kp, you can find out Kc. But what is the thing you must know? The number of moles. So what is the delta n? So it is nothing but number of gaseous moles of product divided by minus, यहाँ पे माइनस साइन चाहिए, प्लीज करेक्ट इट, माइनस number of gaseous moles of reactant. So remember this particular equation, Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to delta n. So the equilibrium constant will have different signs. For example, when delta n is equal to 0, what is delta n? Number of moles of product divided by minus number of moles of reactant. So suppose for this is a reaction, 2HI gives H2 plus I2. यहाँ पे number of moles क्या है products के, यहाँ पे 1 plus 2. So delta n is equal to 2 minus 2. यहाँ पे भी H2 का कितना मोल है 1, यहाँ पे भी कितना मोल्स है 1. So delta n is equal to 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So in that case, when you have delta n is equal to 0, in that case if you put this particular equation in the earlier equation, that is Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to delta n. डेल्टा n अगर 0 हो जाता है तो वो टोटल टर्म 0 हो जाते हैं. दैट्स वाई Kp विल बिकम इक्वल टू Kc. सो डेल्टा n अगर नंबर ऑफ मोल्स प्रोडक्ट और रिएक्टेंट के सेम है तो डेल्टा n विल बिकम 0. इन दैट केस Kp विल बिकम इक्वल टू Kc. रिमेंबर दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन बीइंग आस्क्ड इन द multiple choice question. Kp is equal to Kc for which reaction? When there is a same number of moles. When delta n is negative, delta n negative कब रहेगा? Suppose for this is reaction, 1 mole of PCl5 reacts with 1 mole of PCl3 plus 1 mole of. So यहाँ पे 1 मोल है, यहाँ पे कितने मोल है 2. So प्रोडक्ट के कितने मोल्स है 1 plus 1, 2 minus 1 equal to 1. So डेल्टा n यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, यहाँ पे करेक्ट कर लीजिए, पॉजिटिव चाहिए यहाँ पे, डेल्टा n विल बिकम पॉजिटिव. ओके. हाँ. देन इफ डेल्टा n इज निगेटिव, यहाँ पे करेक्ट कर लीजिए, यहाँ पे टर्म चाहिए निगेटिव. ओके. फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन 2 plus 3. सो 2 माइनस, यहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट के कितने मोल है 2, यहाँ पे कितने रिएक्टेंट के कितने मोल है 2 plus 1 3. 2 minus 3 will become -1. So this is how we can write the equilibrium constant will be -1.